Now, as I remember story tonight, it's called Amongst the Tussocs, and the contributor, the writer, is Alan J. Little. Thanks, Alan, for your story, read for us by Gavin McGinley.
In the early 1950s, my late father, Joe Little, worked as a rabbiter on the property of a Mr. Faulkner near Patearoa. The large sheep station, like so many of the area, was infested with rabbits. Apart from learning about setting traps and sending ferrets down holes to seek out the rabbits, we kids learned much more. As quite a small boy, I remember wandering freely in the hills amongst the Tussocs and Matagari, discovering old rocks said to have been left behind by Chinese gold miners. There were the remnants of old huts on the property, said to have belonged to the Chinese miners and then used by shepherds. We boys would gather Matagari, tussock and twigs and then light a fire to boil a billy in the open chimney which stood at the side of this old wind-blown ruin. While many men had come to the mighty Maniatoto and toiled, seeking their fortune, I'm told the chase for gold in Patearoa did not last long. I remember the landscape they left behind, and sadly, I must confess to a childhood lack of appreciation for the history before me. It was on a hot summer's day that we played, as usual, with our fire in the old chimney, and experimented with our first smoke. I think we used a mixture of available crushed vegetation and toi-toi or cutty-grass pipes. Then a light breeze came up, and sparks were carried from our old chimney to the hillside, which rapidly became a devastating, scary inferno. It was not only the dry environment that was hot that day. We culprits were rounded up by our infuriated elders and made to account. The old miner's hut is said to be no more. I may be a little fuzzy, but I seem to recall that about 26 kilometres from Patearoa was the old Tussocs Hotel, which was a popular cooling-off spot or watering hole on a hot summer's day. I recall a long rickety bridge leading to the hotel, which apparently had been a good starting post for men on their way to the diggings, and in later times was a favourite fishing spot in the headwaters of the Tairi River. I'm told that when the hill went up in flames that hot summer's day, men from as far away as Styx turned out to fight the huge blaze, which had begun as a spark from our boys' billy fire. I learned a valuable lesson that day, how my childhood stupidity helped destroy some of our precious history. Today, I'm a non-smoker with an appetite for New Zealand history.
Marvellous memories from Alan Little, read for us by Gavin McGinley. And to be pleased to know, Alan, that the old Styx Hotel is still there. Well, put it this way, the very, very early one is still there, and the middle one is no longer there, and the Tussocs, I guess, have grown back again, and the Faulkner family, still prominent around Maniatoto,